Hello, staff and students of Jobs for America's graduates. Welcome to the National Student Leadership Academy. My name is Aaron Van Geller. I'm coming from you from Iowa. So I work at Iowa Jobs for America's Graduates, the state affiliate of Jobs for America's Graduates. We're located in Des Moines, Iowa. So Iowa's a land of corn. We're also known for a movie called Field of Dreams. So you can Google search that and see what that's all about. There's a scene in there where one of the players asks, "Is this heaven?" And then an actor named Kevin Costner says, "No, this is Iowa." So I'm not sure Iowa is quite heaven, but it's pretty good. There's a lot of good people here. So welcome to my workshop. It is called Uniquely You, Being at Your Best in Leadership. So there's a couple parts to this. First, we're going to talk about what makes you unique, and second of all, how you can apply that to leadership to be at your best. So our first question we're going to start off with is, what makes you unique? So this is a challenging question, but maybe also a simple question in some ways. So how do you figure out what makes me unique? You ask yourself the question first of all, and then second of all, you can take time to reflect. So maybe you're sitting quietly in your home. Maybe you're outside in nature. Maybe you're at your favorite cafe. Just asking the question. You can write some things down if you want. I did a fun little activity, sort of a goofy little activity, but you can do it the same as well if you want. So I made a drawing. Yeah, it's a stickman drawing. You're going to be like, Aaron, you are not an artist. You are correct. So if you want to do this activity, maybe your drawing would be better than mine, quite likely better than mine. But we'll go through a few things that make me unique. So things that make Aaron unique are he is a person of faith. I am a good listener. I like cycling. I am kind. I am tall. I like reading. I am patient. I'm a processor. I like to think about things. I am Canadian. I'm more introverted than extroverted. I'm Dutch. And I'm also persistent. So these are some things that make me unique that I thought about myself and other people have told me over the years. Another way to get some insight into what makes you unique is you can go to your friends and family, ask them to be kind, of course, ask them to be honest as well, and they'll be able to give you some things that are unique about yourself that you may not have identified on your own. So once you identify what makes me unique, we can move on to how do you apply that to leadership. So we're going to talk a little bit about the big question, what is leadership? So leadership is complex, but leadership can also be simple. For the purposes of this workshop, we're going to talk about servant leadership. So it's one model where the person that is leading others is doing so for the benefit of the group. So they're looking to guide, they're looking to prompt, they're looking to encourage the group to head towards a certain destination or goal. The leader is not looking out for themselves, they're not looking out for the perks, the benefits, being in charge, having control. Those aren't parts of the servant leadership model. When it's done well, it can be a really fulfilling experience for both the leader and the people that are following the leader, and that you reach your destination with everyone contributing their own unique gifts, talents, abilities to the cause. So now that we've talked a little bit about who you are and identifying how you're unique, then we talked a little bit about leadership. What is leadership? We're going to go with the servant leadership model as we discussed. So the next question we're going to hop into is how and where can you lead to most effectively leverage your uniqueness? So there's a couple questions in there. Is how can I lead? So there's a couple ways to lead the servant leadership model. You're looking out for the benefit of other people as you're going along. You're trying to lead with character. So that probably means you're leading with kindness, integrity, honesty, compassion. Hopefully you're bringing some energy, some passion to the role as well. So those are some things of how you can lead. As a student, you can think about where can I lead? So you have a couple of spheres of influence, we'll call them. So these are places where you spend your time. That can be your family. You can say, how can I lead within my family for the benefit of my parents and the benefit of my siblings. So that might be looking to serve your siblings in some way or help them along in your home. You can also be a good leader by being a good follower in your home, as your parents are exhibiting leadership as well. Also, as a student, you can look within your own school. Maybe you're looking to serve, other students that are younger than you. Maybe you're looking out for them in the hallway during the transition between classes. Maybe you're looking out for them during lunch, inviting people that are sitting on their own to join you. There are many ways you can serve in school. Maybe you're joining your career association for Jobs for America's graduates and looking how you can benefit and use your gifts and talents to serve the students there, as well as your community. So there's a number of places where you can serve in your school, in your family. You can also look further into your own city or town. So maybe that means you're doing a community service project that benefits a park or a group of people in your town. Maybe it means you take some time to clean up litter that's making your town less beautiful. So there's a number of places of how you can serve and where you can serve. You can be creative. You can find where you can be most effective. So our next question that we'll move on to is understanding and acknowledging other people's uniqueness in leadership. So this is a way that you can build cooperation, you can build teamwork, you can build what's called synergy, but basically you're trying to get momentum and acknowledge when things are moving along well. So it's helpful when you understand yourself better, you're able to lead others better. It's pretty hard to follow someone that doesn't even know who they are. And it's really hard for people to lead when they don't know who they are. So once you understand yourself, then you can look outside of yourself and acknowledge and see and observe the people around you. What are they good at? What are they gifted at? What are they interested in? And how can they bring that to a cause? So as a student, let's say you're leading a career association activity and you recruit some other students to help you in it. And you're leading, you're guiding that group of students. You start to observe, okay, who's really good at organizing details of our event? Who's really good at getting people excited? Who's interested and really good at putting together some marketing materials? So they like doing graphic design. They're very creative. They like to make it colorful and fun. So keep looking outside of yourself if you're leading something. Observe. You can walk and be patient, talk with people, get to know them, let them get to know you, and you start to develop a cooperative team that can achieve more together than you can just on your own. It can be a very rewarding experience to end towards a destination or an end goal as a leader and bringing along others with you, and you're learning and growing, and they're also learning and growing throughout the process. So hopefully throughout this workshop, you've learned a number of things. You've learned what makes you unique. You've thought about and learned some ways to identify what makes me unique. You've learned how to apply that to leadership. You've learned about the servant leadership model. You've also learned about how can I lead and also where can I lead. These are all good things to consider in leadership. The better you know yourself, the better leader you can be, the more effective you can be, and the better you can serve those around you. Well, thanks for watching my workshop. It's short, it's brief, but there's a lot in there. So I would encourage you to watch it, break it down. If you want to get a hold of me, I'll put my contact information up here, but I'm on LinkedIn. You can just search for Aaron Van Gilder, find me on LinkedIn, try add me. You can also email me, aaron.vangilder@ijag.org, and I will get back to you if you have any additional questions, any insights, any things you learned, maybe even some ways you applied some of the information in this video. So I appreciate you taking the time to join in this workshop in a normal year. We would be able to interact, maybe have some conversation and questions. That's always a good time. Maybe next year we'll be all back in person, hopefully, for the National Student Leadership Academy with Jobs for America's graduates. But until then, thanks for watching the workshop. Hope you have a wonderful journey as you develop in a leader and as you look to serve others around you effectively.